early on in 2009, you were having conversations with the Tampa Bay Rays to move them over to Tampa and to build a stadium where Midtown is today.
Well, it's a little bit like, in 1991, my father got to Tampa when the real estate market's down. So, 2008 financial crisis, no one was really going to build any commercial projects. So we have all this land that we've had now for 10 years, and we've been working on different ideas. And a guy approached us named Dave Lefevre, and Dave was very involved with bringing the Tampa Bay Lightning to Tampa. So he's kind of a sports lawyer, and he'd done some really interesting things. And, we'd kind of known about the Rays trying to find a new home. And Dave approached us and you have a great site for the Rays. And it's a proven site for sports. It's a proven area for sports with Raymond James and Steinbrenner Field up the street. So he convinced us to kind of play around with planning the site for a baseball stadium. And, you kind of baseball stadium, it's what, I didn't know how big a baseball stadium was. Could it fit? How would it work? Right. So we hired an architect, and the rendering up on the screen here was our effort to put a baseball stadium on the site. And lo and behold, we came up with this design that we thought was really interesting to put the stadium, some retail. There was a hotel we designed in the side of the stadium, kind of like they have in Toronto. The stadium set up so it faced downtown, so it had this incredible downtown view when you're looking from home plate to the east. And and so we really spent 2 years kind of exploring this idea.
And when he first came to you, did he have the Rays in his back pocket and said, "Hey, if you get..."
No, but I think he knew some executives at the Rays, right? And so so look, we did some homework, and then we met with the Rays to kind of discuss the concept. Would you be interested, right? And I think they were trying to figure out what the best place for them was. I mean, as they still are. And and look, we were excited about it. We thought about the park, from a parking standpoint. I think we designed 4,000 or 5,000 spots on this site, kind of hidden and underground and in the back.
It's really good looking. It's an ambitious stadium.
Yeah, thank you.
The different components, the hotel built inside, really, the stadium. And then you were mentioning having a sort of transportation center off Haines that would connect to the Ray J lots to bring people down for parking. Retail component facing Dale Mabry. I mean, it's a beautiful project. I'm kind of sad it didn't go through, but Midtown's pretty sweet too.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
So you guys worked on this, you said a year and a half, 2 years
a couple of years. Again, there was not really a commercial. It was a kind of a fun project to consider. Look, there's no office being built. There's no residential being built.
This is the height of the crash.
This is the height of the post-crash period. So we said, let's make a go of it. And so we spent some time, and, we kind of met the Rays and discussed it. And, there's obviously a lot of considerations the Rays had. And then ultimately we kind of realized that that stadium process is really caught up in politics and other things too. So we just, decided to pivot and go back to kind of more of a conventional real estate, development there.
Did it get close at all? I mean, did on your side, did you feel like, hey, this is gonna, work out?
Yeah, it again, I think part of that challenge was the financial needs of really getting, and it was obviously caught up. And we always thought our stadium was kind of the middle ground. It was like Middle Earth. I mean, downtown Tampa had a kind of a dog in the hunt. And St. Pete so we're this is like Switzerland here. And obviously really easy to get to the stadium. And as I said, so I think we had some conversations. Ultimately, the amount of money it needed, and it was probably half of what a stadium costs today, with inflation. But even at the time, it was still $300 or $400 million of public financing. And I know the county was trying to come up with a solution for the Rays. So I think ultimately we decided it wasn't, because of factors outside of our control, we just had to kind of pivot back. And look, I mean, Tampa was really evolving. I mean, that's kind of the story of this site.
Yeah.
What was possible in 2008 from a development standpoint, or even 2010, became very different than what was possible, we thought, in ultimately 2017 when we really started this construction, right, as Tampa was emerging as a city.
So the Rays idea fizzles out 2010, 11-ish. Tampa, from what I remember, was, and really Florida as a whole, was kind of limping out of the recession. Yes. Some exciting stuff was happening, though. Hey, guys, if you want to watch the full episode of this clip, click right here. Make sure to subscribe by clicking right here. Thank you for watching.